When did you realize your dad was a total badass? Growing up, my dad was my best friend, and he was everyone else's too. One time, my school had a thing where there was a student-serve teachers in this sort of make-believe restaurant. Every student brought in a meal and pretended to be waiters for the day. And instead of my dad complaining that it's just more work for the parents, he cooked up handmade ramen, sushi, and dumplings. Plus, he let me take all the credit. And even though this might not sound like a big deal, it was. Because from there, I realized that my dad would not only always be there for me, but would always go above and beyond too. So when a kid at school started bullying me, I trusted my dad enough to tell him straight away. I don't even know what happened. But next thing I knew, I never saw the bully in school again. And when my best friend opened up about the abuse going on in his family, guess who I told? My dad. We ended up housing him for months on end, and even gave him his own bedroom. To this day, he still thanks me for what my dad did. But there was always one thing that seemed off. I had never met my grandparents, and he never mentioned them either. I guess humans will always want what they can't have. Because from the moment I turned 13 to the day I hit my 18th birthday, I never stopped nagging him about it. Sometimes to annoy him, but other times because I actually wanted to know. And then I did. He finally gave in. I still remember how I felt when we walked up to their front door. Aside from my aunt, my dad's sister, I had never met other members of the family before, so this was a big deal to me. But when my dad opened the door, I was instantly hit with guilt, because the man who answered it was a 6'6" giant, who looked like he weighed over 300 pounds. But I didn't get much time to look at anything else, because within seconds my dad was knocked so hard that he lost balance. I didn't even have time to think. And just as I was about to hit him back, the fat giant started laughing. Not just a chuckle, a guttural, deep belly roar. I looked at my dad, who just regained his stance, completely unamused. I stood frozen in place, and the 300-pound giant invited us inside. I followed my dad's lead, and we both sat down on the couch. "Your mom's dead, son," he said. My dad looked down at the ground, and I saw a sort of sadness form in his eyes. But he quickly blinked, and suddenly the stoic expression he had on the drive over was plastered back on. Then the giant, who apparently was my granddad, turned to me and asked if I had a girlfriend yet, as if it was the most important thing in the world. Nothing about school, what I've been up to, my hobbies, number just girlfriend. I nodded slowly and showed him my lock screen, which was a photo of us. Good. Let's just hope she doesn't die from a drunk driver like the other women in the family, eh, boy? My face contorted with confusion, and my dad didn't say anything. His eyes just went wide, and he looked straight at my granddad, as if to silently tell him to shut up, while my granddad just had a smirk on his face. And what started as a small spark of curiosity ended with me finding out that my dad wasn't who I thought he was. I don't have time to finish the story in this short video, but it gets intense. Click the link or go to my channel to watch it.